Hello, guys. Welcome to today's talk show. This is Share Your Experience live talk show. I have someone that wants to share with us about life experience, life skill. So finally, we're having MC Major live. So hopefully that he will join, and he said he wants to share.
Yo. How are you?
I'm alright. MC Major, hi. Good to have you on live.
Nice one. How is it?
Thank God. So you said you want to share about life experience. What do you have to tell us tonight?
It's like I need to ask you some questions. How are you managing it, and how are you striving it to get to the top? Like I've seen your profile. It's like you're the CEO of a certain foundation or it's a company. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the insight of it.
What exactly do you want to know? Tell me.
How do you manage it financially, wisely, using your own wisdom and understanding, and also the academic perspective?
Okay. So what I will tell you about that is that first in life, we want to discover what our potential is. I made a video on Debby Good News TV. I was talking about the importance of discovering your natural talent. Everybody.
Okay.
So first of all, we want to, if that is what we are not doing at the time, we want to pause and discover what knowledge, what talent am I blessed with. Once you discover that, you pick it up and start developing it. So once you develop that which you are naturally talented to do, you can do a lot that will look like a miracle to other people, because they will begin to ask the same question you're asking. You can do this at ease, do that at ease. How are you able to do it? Because it will be at ease to you, because those things are natural creations from you, because you're talented to do it. It won't be easy with another person, because maybe that person might be blessed not with the same talent that you are blessed with. Am I making sense? So because it's not his natural endowed blessed talent, it might be a struggle to meet up with you who is not, it is natural in you. I mean, I'll give you an example. If I am naturally blessed, right? Do you know that I could write 2 books in few weeks or days even?
I understand.
Okay. If you are a fashion designer, for example, and that is your talent, how to create style will not be a difficult thing for you. You know that, because you're natural on that. Like something might just pass you by now, just reflection of it will give you a good style that you will begin to just pick your pen and sketch it. So the same thing. Now bringing that style to reality will not be anything for you, and it won't be much of a stress, because it's at a time it will become a hobby and like something you play with, even though it's not like it is a tedious work, but it won't be like that on you, because this is something in your head that you find joy to bringing it to reality. So that is what plays in every field that everybody are in. I am the CEO of many companies owned by me. I created them by myself. And most of them, I try to manage them by myself, because these are things that gives me joy to do.
Okay.
It might not be this other person.
So I have a question now. How do the youngsters identify their talents? we know each and everyone, we are not all who are academically talented. Some people, they have their own talents. How do we identify?
How do you identify what?
Your talent.
How you identify your talent? You don't have to be a degree holder to identify your talent. Your talent comes first before degree.
Yeah, I understand. How do we discover that this is my talent? Because like the generation of today, you might identify, or you might want to be in a process whereby you are identifying your talent, but there are some obstacles in your way. How do we?
I want to ask you a question. Everybody's blessed with a talent.
Yes, I know.
You need to pay attention on what do you like to do. Okay. Inside you, or as a person, what is it that, if you have the opportunity, you like to do, even carelessly, you like to do this? Do you know what it is?
I understand. I know.
What is it?
I know. It's like I've got passion in this thing, like presenting, entertaining, dancing, so forth.
If I heard you right, did you say presenting?
Yeah.
Presenting what? What kind of presenting?
Like being a master of ceremony, like what I'm doing.
Okay, like presentations, like emceeing, like I got what you. So you like to talk.
Yeah, I like to talk much.
You like to talk, and you like to be a presenter, and like being in a crowd and talk, address them, right?
Yes.
That could be a talent. If that makes you happy, it could be a talent that you have there, which you will start practicing on. I'm talking about practice before degree. If you don't have the money to advance on a higher education to get more qualifications on becoming a presenter or a speaker, practically in local events, you can start doing that. Before you know it, you're already there. And what plays in natural talent is when you do it with passion and with joy. That is when people enjoy it. And don't drop pride. Don't do it with any kind of pride. It comes out naturally, and that is what people enjoy. And that natural outings, that natural presentations that you give into whatever it is you're doing, is what will drive people to you. And I want to tell you this. If you're doing something, for example, you are an MC, right?
Yes.
You like to do maybe birthday MCs, wedding MCs, school presentation MCs, and all that. And now, this is something, your presentations comes naturally. You will have this natural connection to almost 80% of that crowd. And what they will begin to think in their head is that I like this guy. When out of 100, 70 to 60% of that crowd, let me not just say 80% of the crowd, is saying, oh, I like this guy. He's naturally himself, and I just like his presentations and all that. Do you know what that is drawing to you? Crowd. And that crowd will be, oh, I'll be having a birthday party tomorrow. I think I'll need to get this guy's number. He will do for me, or I'll hire him.
Yeah.
When majority of the people, even if they don't have event at the time, they can recommend you to another person. Do you know what that is doing in your pocket? More money.
Yeah.
Because you're natural, you're whom you are, you're doing what you love doing. Forget about how much you will get from it. Put your best first. The best you have will sell itself, and the money will flow to you without you stressing for it. That is how natural blessings comes. And you don't struggle too much for it. So in everything, I will say Discover your natural potential first. Develop it, work on it, no matter how little, it grows by itself. If you want to be recommended anywhere, you don't know who is going to recommend you. Nature takes you there. Your own assignment is do it as natural as yourself, as who you are, as the best you can. That is your own assignment. How much that is going to put in your pocket, where it's taking you to, it is still the nature that will take you there. That's my idea.
Okay, so you're saying in whatever you do, you have to do it at your level best, right?
Give your best to it.
That's the best advice ever, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. So, what pushes you to come up with this idea of like, I need to run my own company, I need to run my own thing? What pushes you?
I don't even know, but I feel it's just me. Right from childhood, that is what I'm talking about with nature. When you're consistent and follow what you're naturally blessed with, you don't know how you drive. You can only sometimes realize only where you are now, but how you're going to get there and when you're going to get there is not your assignment to think about. Leave that for nature, which is God that gives you this brain. God that made us, is the best prayer we can pray for ourselves is to ask Him for wisdom. And once He blesses you with wisdom, the sky will be your limit. You'll be doing things that people will be asking the same question you're asking me now. Absolutely stops people like that. People will try to stop you. If not many people, at least some people will try to stop you. But people like that, nothing stops them. And it's not your business to think about or look behind who is trying to stop you. Don't worry about it. He who have given you that wisdom that you asked for will take care of those things behind you. Your own assignment is to be focused and take whatever you love doing serious and give your best to it. Leave it for itself. It will transport itself to where it's supposed to be. You will only be moving and seeing yourself. And people will be asking you, MC Mayor, how did you get here? You can only, it's as if you've never put hard work or you were putting sleepless work on it. But because you love doing what you love doing, it won't be heat and stress for you. It won't look like it. And now let me go back to the question you asked me, that you said, what made me think of creating businesses and creating companies of my own, right?
Yes.
That had been my dream from childhood. And I followed it. I was consistent on it. And I never looked back behind everything that have been trying to fall me, to break me, to stop me, to be a block, a huge stone that I can't climb. I never see it that I will never, it can only take me time to climb it. But will I climb it? My mind will always tell me, yes, you can. And that is the only thing I want to know.
Okay. And what was the response from like the community, the people around you, the members of the when you started the first initiative of doing that?
I never get encouragement from anybody.
They're all discouraging you, huh?
Yes.
Just pushed ahead.
I never get encouraged. And even as I'm thinking, I don't remember who I would tell you from the beginnings, forced to give me his or her credit. Say, I'm solidly behind you. It's part of what I'm telling you now too. So what am I talking about? Let me give you a little story, just brief.
Okay.
When I started as a businesswoman as little, I would say from the age of 13. So let me tell you how we all started. When I was little, as little as 7 years, 8 years, I used to sew with hand needle. I love sewing. I love sewing for dolls. My mom used to give me wrapper. Me and my immediate younger sister. So I never used my own wrapper, and I don't have money to buy fabrics. So I do secretly use my own wrapper to create different styles with hand needle, and I wear it my dummy. So there was a time I used hand needle and just use one of the pieces of that wrapper to make pants. What I did was just to tear the center, make a 4-corner fabric. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about. Just make a 4-corner fabrics like this, and then use scissors to cut here. You know, it will be open from here, right? It will be open from here. So once I make that V open, here will be open and here will be open. Then I will do it 2 pieces. Then use my hand needle to sew here, then attach here together. You know, I've already formed a pant. Then I will use my hand to fold here, cut another row, put it and draw it like a pan. It becomes a pan and I wore it. That was my first design. So I keep doing things like that. My mom used to be very mad with me. You know what it is when your mom will just give you something and it looks like spoiling the material, right? The wrapper. So she used to be very mad with me. But when I secretly continue to do stuff like that, my dad will see it and like, this might be something that they are ignoring in me, because they never get to stop me from doing that. So when I don't get wrapper, I use my own shirts, tear them, make a flat fabric and use it, condemn it to use it to sew something that pops up in my head. So that is how I started when I was a very young girl. So my father was the only one that was paying attention to those stubbornness and things that I was doing. Immediately I finished, in Africa we call it primary school, but here we call it middle school.
Okay.
So immediately I finished primary school, about to secondary school, which is JS1, right? My dad asked me, because I was already grown then, I was about 12 years old. So he had to, I get into JS1, so he don't want me to be coming out of school and maybe be whiling away time. I had to go start enrolling in a fashion school very close to my school. And that was a 2 years program. So after school, I will go to that fashion school. That is where I will do my homework quickly and still do that fashion school assignment, finish it before every other person. Then I will finish my assignment. If we are given 5 days to sew that assignment, I will use a day and a half or 2 to finish mine. And then I'm using the remaining days to steal from what the seniors, they are teaching the seniors. Even them did not understand what they teach them. But me, I'm not there, I'm just passing by. I will grab it immediately and I will do it perfectly more than them that they taught it directly. That is what we are talking about, talent. When it's in you, it is in you. You understand? So, and
yeah, okay.
with it.
Okay, I get it.
So that is how I started. Little by little, I started. Even before I get to JS2, my parents no longer pay my school fees. I get money from teachers, students giving me fabric to sew with for them. As a little girl, what do I know I want to do with money? I was already making money before I finished secondary school. So immediately I finished secondary school, I opened my own shop, money raised by me, not by my parents. So his network is down. So money raised by me, not by my parents. So that is how I started. Even before I turned 16, I was already a businesswoman who have workers. So before I get to a higher institution, I already have in my head that I don't want to work secularly. I want to be my own boss. I want to work for myself. I want to own my own company. So I started gradually. Before I finished higher institution, I was already publishing fashion magazines.
Okay.
I curate styles that never exist anywhere before the era of internet and all that. You can only see fashions from magazine. So I create African fashions that never exist anywhere and publish it. Africans, Nigerians, all West African countries were all buying the magazine. So did you see that little thought have provided me a company gradually that are now controlling workers not only in Nigeria but other African countries work under me by that little thought. So gradually like that is how I started moving. So that is where I'm coming from when I say once you discover your talent, whatever it could be anything. It could be hairdressing, it could be a doctor, it could be mechanic, it could be electronic repair, it could be anything. It could be interior decor. Put your best in it. It could be emceeing, it could be presenting, it could be comedy, whatever you think. I'm good in this and I love doing this. Pay attention to it, focus on it, put your best first on it and leave the rest. Nature will take the rest step by step to where it's supposed to be. Do you have another question?
I don't yet. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm glad to have you, and that was an intelligent discussion that you asked me. I didn't know that was when the question was on me. I thought you wanted to discuss it. But that's fine.
It's okay. Thank you.
All right.
Have a blessed day. Yeah?
You too. Do we have any other person online? Funny school. I see you say, wow, you're so wonderful and had a big dream. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, guys. Does anyone have any question to ask again? If not, we'll be calling it a day. This is your favorite show. Share your experience, share your personal experience. In this show, we talk about anything, we learn from each other, we share our dreams, we share our personal problems, we share problems we're dealing with that we need advice on. Whatever you think will benefit you or will benefit another person, that is what we're here for, and positive talks only. Positive talks only. Personal experience or something you know that happened to someone or you saw somewhere that you think we might learn from that experience. This is what this show is about, and I encourage everybody to join this live show, share your experience, be active, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. John, you say, Ma, please, what are you asking for? So on this platform, this is what we do, and we want you guys to be active. And this is everyday event, so we want you guys to be more active. And today we enjoyed it. I enjoyed my discussion with MC Major. So thank you, y'all, and until tomorrow, we continue to talk again. Bye.